All right, all right. Welcome back, everybody. We are here still at Hack Attack, still raising money for direct relief, still at $4,628.17. Get your cool story Bob emotes out in chat, and I invite you to take out your brushes and canvas and paint along with us at home, because we've got The Joy of Kaizo by NaroGugul being run by electronicLogic, Beat the Devil and His Friends, or All Exits Percent. Take it away, Logic.
Yeah, this is a ROM hack featuring Bob Ross as the main sprite. Not many additional features to the physics except later in the game, but it's got beautiful aesthetics, beautiful music, and it features a little bit of difference in the title screen here. Not many ROM hacks do this, but it actually has 3 different difficulty settings. Today we're going to be running on beginner because, the others are hard, so... And we also have Naro here with us. He is the creator of this hack.
What's up?
And I'm going to go ahead and count to 3 and get started. Or whatever. 1, 2, 3, go.
I like to say this is my first time speaking English, so I try to make me understandable. But you will hear mispronunciations or whatever. That's it.
So all of these levels are, if I'm correct, themed after a specific Bob Ross painting, and it gives you the episode and season at the beginning, which I thought was really cool about this hack.
This is my first hack. I made this. I was like playing Kaizo for just a couple of months. All I wanted to do was make something different, like some sort of graphics and stuff. Not really. I had no idea about level design or all that stuff. So this is kind of on the design stuff. I would say it's pretty lame, but the goal was just to learn lunar magic and all that stuff, not really make a hit hack or whatever. The first version of this was just the what I call here moderate difficulty. But all the 3 versions that came later are all beatable. Without save states and all that crap.
Yeah, well, I've always really liked the aesthetics here. I love the Bob Ross paintings in the back, and I've also always really liked, and this is the only hack I've ever seen use that, the little tiny coins to show the way. I always thought that was so cool because the big giant ones tend to get in your way, but these little tiny ones just make a nice little trail for you.
Yeah, I always thought that the big coins are way too intrusive, so I don't like the way it looks. And I made the small coins so I can make a better trajectory and be less intrusive to the eye.
Yeah, that was a very, very good idea. We have got a $41.52 donation from Mr. Fink. It says, "'Cause chat can't count." GG on the second level logic. How many levels are in this run total? This is Beat the Devil and His Friends, so we are doing all exits here.
I want to say there's 18, but my memory's fuzzy at this point.
Okay, I think it's 17. If it's all the hack, it's 17. 17, I believe if it's just Beat the Devil, it's around 12.
So really nice move there, hitting the P switch so that Logic could keep that little spiny going beneath him. And he's going to want to kind of get these Rexes out of the way and beat that P switch timer so he can keep that spiny moving along, sort of a little escort mission here.
This beginner mode is just simple bounces and riding stuff like spines and fuzzies. It's not really any complex setups. Just go forward pretty much and bounce and think that's the goal. There is maybe a couple of stuff, weird stuff.
Really nice use of the Superstar here. I love that the motion in that Superstar run section, going left and right, then going all the way back. That's a really cool section. Really nice play from Logic, getting through that super fast.
Another point to note in this is version 1.6. A lot of people play this on an earlier version, which wasn't as nicely polished as this, so they didn't get as good an impression of it as I did. But if you ever get a chance, if you played this before, play it again on the newest version. It is a lot nicer.
I like those long, those elongated blocks too. I think that's a nice touch. There's some really cool extra little aesthetic touches in this game I've always enjoyed. Nice Yoshi feet section there.
At level 4, it was supposed to be some sort of puzzle, not being really a puzzle, just a non-linear go left, right, just go right, go back to left, go up, go down, go up. But it's just it's a linear setup in a non-linear environment, let's say.
I also really like the addition of the little P-switch meter down at the bottom that shows you the P-switch timer running out. I think that's a great way to visualize that for the player.
I myself play with the sound muted. I don't like hearing music. I feel it gets stressful after some time. So I like to have this visual stuff so I can, especially for P in meters and stuff. I don't. I usually only turn on the sounds for that. So for this game, I wanted to be what I wanted to see in other hacks.
Ooh, really good move for Logic there, getting actually between the fireballs of that Lava Lotus. Nice checkpoint. There's a lot of big jumps, a lot of slope speed in here. I also noticed the spins are also indicated, and you can look and see the blue coin versus gold coin, really helping the player out, kind of knowing where to spin and where not to spin.
You probably notice these levels don't really flow very well. This is actually, at the time I read an article about the design of Takimoto, which is he used to break the flow. So I tried to make stuff to break the flow and not flow very well. So it doesn't really feel very good to play. But that was design that I had in mind. It kind of backfired, but well, it is what it is.
So this is one of those levels that did get a lot of changes in 1.6, if I remember correctly. There are a bunch of rooms in this level. I believe none of them had checkpoints in between them before. Is that correct, Naro?
Yeah, this level was kind of inspired by old hacks like Dram and Kaizo 1 that always had this slow scroller, then fast out-scroller, and that's pretty much it. And I wanted to have a boss fight at the end, and when I made this, I didn't knew how to use ASM or retry system. The first version didn't even had the retry system, so I could only put the checkpoint at the boss, and I wanted to make this slow out-scroller, medium out-scroller, and fast out-scroller. In the beginner version, the third room doesn't have the fastest out-scroller, but on the other difficulties, you have the fast out-scroller. But then I've learned how to use that stuff and put checkpoints to every room, as it seemed to be really tedious.
I love the fog effect here. All these levels have such cool atmosphere. Really goes along with the theme of, Bob Ross and really beautiful kind of paintings. And even a cabin. Hey, we got a cabin.
Like Clacon was saying, the first version of the Bull Rings didn't reset. Because, I wanted the people to go between the small gaps and not have to wait to the large gaps. So it was kind of intended to not have the reset rings, but it didn't work. Sometimes it would spawn. Not good.
That was a really nice swag ending there, landing right on the spikes, right above the spikes before the level ended. Nice swag, Logic. We saw that.
Thank you. I practiced that. You wouldn't believe how many times I died.
I love the use of the rotating platforms as the windmills too. I think it's just such a creative usage of all the Bob Ross themes. Not only do you get the backgrounds and stuff, but then you actually have obstacles in the level that act like the windmills or the fog or something that give a little bit more extra atmosphere. This is one of the prettiest hacks I think we could come up with for this marathon.
Thanks. It's one thing I don't like really about this hack. I was just exposed to the concept of gimmick earlier this year. So while it has the theme of the rotating windmills, it doesn't really follow a gimmick. There's no gimmick that dictates the levels. It's kind of random in that sense. You just bounce around new obstacles, but I don't explore it in a gimmicky way. It was more like an aesthetic decision than a gimmick.
I like how there's windmills on the overworld too, right by it. Just to let you know, this is the windmill level.
Not made by citizens.
So this bit of physics change up here kind of threw me off to begin with for a while. The shortened time on the Goomba respawn animation. It really helps speed things up so you don't have to wait the entire time. But, when you're used to vanilla waiting for a while, it kind of takes a while to get used to. But overall, I think it was a good change.
That Goomba was not intended to be a Goomba jump. The intended strategy is just to let the Goomba rest on the floor and jump when it wakes up. But people do the Goomba jump. I don't know. It's a Kaizo strategy. It's all good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just look at certain things and just say, oh, Goomba, that means Goomba jump. I've had the same. I look at a key like, oh, key jump. Even if that's not what I'm doing, it's just like, yeah, I'll do a key jump. Oh, nice. The bullet's protecting that vine as Logic is climbing up there. Nice shell jump into the upward pipe. If you have any up emotes in chat, now's the time.
Another
are easier to enter. I've used that in claustrophobia. People complain that the up pipes are really hard to enter. I've made it a bit easier, so I carried it over to this update. Not really. Not there's. I think in this game there's like 3 or 4 pipes like that, but I think it's nice to make things easier sometimes.
Yeah, the hex edits on the pipe size really does help in instances like that. So, still, if you're not pressing up, you're not going in. So,
yeah, that's a really nice little quality of life change. Like we saw with that last run where Super Metroid runners had made certain quality of life changes to the base mechanics of the game. That's a pretty sharp idea.
This level is just a there and back level.
I remember when I played this, I actually really liked this level. The whole concept of just, you go all the way to the right and then you chase something all the way back to the left was pretty cool. You always like to see the left moving levels. It's always very fun.
This is actually a shout out to Kaizo 1, the Yellow Bleach Palace. Yellow Bleach Palace? No, Yellow Palace.
Yeah.
Yellow. You go to the left, press the P, go back to the right. That's the idea about this level. It was actually made to be a Switch Palace. The first version, which didn't have a custom music, it used the Switch Palace music, didn't fit at all, but that was the inspiration for this.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. You're also doing it in a different way too, a lot more fast jumping and a lot more flow. The Yellow Switch Palace in Kaizo 1 is kind of a little bit choppy and you're in a lot of close quarters. I like the big jumps and the regrabs here. Nice Logic. GG.
Took a little longer than expected, but that's all right. All right, this one is going to start out with, I'm going to try a first cycle skip. It's something I came up with a couple weeks ago. It's really tight. I'm just going to try it once. If we don't get it, then we don't get it.
Okay, I absolutely love the waterfall here. It's just got that, it's just got such a cool aesthetic, man. And then swimming up it, I mean, come on, that's perfect.
I wanted to make a water level, but Bob Ross didn't paint any underwater stuff. So he painted some waterfalls. I wanted to use that concept. One thing is I'd like to say it's layer 2, and when you touch it, Mario does not reset his vertical speed, so there's some room for jank. But that's as far as I know, there's no patch for fix that. All we have to do is just keep swimming.
Yeah, sometimes there's only so much you can do.
But I always feel if the player can do something about that, it's not jank. It's just player's fault. If janks when it gets out of player's control.
I like how some of the sections you're going into the waterfall and then you come into a little cave there where there isn't any water, and then you keep going through the waterfall. It provides a nice break, and it looks nice aesthetically on the screen.
I feel that well, at the time we didn't had much fast-paced water levels like today. Remember, Starks was released like a couple of weeks later, so all water levels at the time was pretty much slow stuff. So I tried to make it not all that slow, but it's still a water level.
I like how you climb up the waterfall too after the doing the waterfall level. It's nice. Someone else was saying too they like to make their levels look like they fit on the overworld, and having them climb up the waterfall at the end of that was a pretty good transition. Nice touch too with the little Sparkies moving around a 1F0. It makes them a little bit easier to hit because you could hit them in any position. Lots of little quality of life improvements here to just make this go smoother. It's a lot of thought put into the mechanics.
Another thing about this update is the RNG resets every time you die. So those photo booths are supposed, if you do everything the same, they will spawn every time the same. On this difficulty is not really difficult at part, but on the advanced and moderate, that can get a bit difficult and feels a bit even jank. But if you do every time the same stuff, you'll probably get every time the same results. So I don't feel that it's out of place.
Yeah, sometimes things like that. Rewarding consistency is a good thing, I think. And I like this section too, going through the having yourself kind of obscured, but you still have to jump on the platforms because you can always see the way. You just don't necessarily see yourself.
This if the player is a bit experienced, he understands the trajectory, when to jump. It just adds a bit of suspense, and so he'll try to get out as fast as possible of that part and die to dumb stuff.
Oh man, another left moving level in this Fugu ride.
This is another level that the resetting the RNG, it's important for those RNG dolphins.
Yeah, I really like the combination of the Fugu ride and then having to avoid the dolphins, because normally you can just stand on them, but in this case you want to avoid them because they're not going to get you where you want to go. It's a clever way to use an obstacle that thwarts your progress but doesn't actually kill you. Yeah, we got some Eldad Fugus in chat. Nice tower climb. I really like that kicking Koopa that stands on the muncher there. It's a cool way, the sideways muncher, it's a cool way not to have to use a death block, and you can just keep using the same muncher aesthetics. Oh, this is nice. So we're going to be turning the lights on and off with this switch here. That's very, very cool.
kind of gimmick is usually I hate this kind of visual stuff, but I wanted to make some sort of light related to the lighthouse.
I think it was a cool idea. Oh no! Look at the boo. Oh, I love him. Is that did you do that custom graphic yourself or add that little devil horns on him?
Yeah, I wanted to make it look like horns, but one of the tiles of the bull kept disappearing, so I had to edit it in this weird way. But I think it looks pretty.
I like him.
I don't
He's
know.
fun.
People think it's like a hair, or I don't know.
Now, just to remind everybody, that is the devil.
It's supposed to be the devil. I wanted to make it red, but I think the bull. This hacker was pretty much vanilla sprite, so I think the palette of bull is hard coded, so I couldn't make it red. I think it's cool, but I don't know. People mistake the horns with hair, or it's kind of weird.
I like him. I think he's kind of cool.
I do want to jump
nice
in.
Swag. Going into the. Wait, you're safe?
I just want to. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, 3 hits. He gives you an extra block. It's nice.
Ah, okay.
I just want to say that is world record by 1 minute 30 seconds.
Woohoo! Yo, let's get some applause in chat. Can we get some donations or something for that? That's 2 world records we've broken here at Hack Attack. Are there more levels, or is that the beat the devil?
80%. The 80%. We're going to go beat the devil's friends now.
Okay, so do you have it? Are you on pace? I don't want to wreck you, but are you on pace for a world record in this too?
Yeah, my world record in all exits was obtained at DreamHack Atlanta. It did not have any percent world record, so we're ahead of that right now. So
nice. All right. Well, I don't want to mess you up too much.
That being said, we could use some more speedrunners of this game, so I don't have to keep beating myself.
This is special. It's supposed to be special quests world. It's not.
These are no longer based on Bob Ross. They're based off Bob Ross's friends, and one of them is his son. We did some Googling the other day and found out all these people. So
yeah, Bob Ross actually did have special other guests on his show sometime, and you're making me think of the one where he had this guy come in and do portraits, and he said it was his old art teacher, and the whole time Bob Ross is just basically like, yeah, you said that this was silly, but look at me, I'm on my own TV show now. Like, Revenant is guy is so funny. If you can find the portraits one, I recommend watching it because it is just hilarious. Love the winter background too. It almost looks like a photograph. Like the trees in the background, like it doesn't look like that should even be on like it looks like better than Super Nintendo graphics.
Another thing about people always say, why the fuck he's going to beat even the friends of them, but that's kind of if you watch Bob Ross show, he always say, "Oh, let's paint this tree," but that needs a friend and does that stuff. So I wanted to make stretch a bit the game and make the what Bob Ross always said about friends, and everybody needs a friend.
Everybody does need a friend. Hey, yo, we've got a donation coming in $30.31 from Hank Sinatra. Someone had to run the meme number so that people would keep donating. Someone had to ruin the meme number so people would keep donating. Guess I'll be the villain. You're too good looking to be a villain, Hank. And that does put us at $4,700 total raised. That's incredible. Thank you, everybody.
A note about this level is I hate it. Fuzzy writing is probably my least favorite SMW tech. Overall, it's done well enough in this level, but I feel that the way that fuzzies go around corners especially is just... oof.
Yeah, not very corndilly of you there, Fuzzy. I've been using corndilly to replace cash money.
Why would you use cash money?
The level was actually a part of the original windmill level, I think. That's hiding the fuzzy.
I like the shell jump there to get over that wall, and then you still have to keep up with that fuzzy. You don't see a lot of shell jumping plus surfing like that. We've got $20 from Endless Revolt, who just says, laser corndilly.
I'm going to blame my controller, if that's okay.
That's fine. This is one of those levels, especially, you see the situation a lot in Kaizo games. You got to do like a left-right to stay on the whatever you're surfing on, and then also you need up throws, and it really kind of puts your controller to work. And oftentimes when you play these games, you'll find that one input on your controller that's always sticking or screwing up or whatever.
Now, this is by Bob Ross's son, Steve Ross. So, shout outs to Steve.
I like the icy. There really are cool themes here because I love the ice and the lake, and then you've also got like icy lake. So of course there's dolphins, and you're doing the the surf on the torpedo. But I like the shooting fish. I think like when you're crouching with fire and you shoot fish out of there, the fish are just a cool thing to shoot because they wake up and they get all scared, and then you shoot them. Nice. Oh, I was about to say nice clear. Sorry. I take responsible for that.
Definitely wasn't my fault.
No. That was all me. I like too how these special zone levels, if I'm correct, they don't have checkpoints, just like the special zone in original Super Mario World.
Some of them do.
Oh, do they? Oh, maybe I'm completely blind.
The second have checkpoints.
In a second, okay.
But the intention was to make no checkpoints, but it turned out a bit long. And then I added some checkpoints later, but the concept was to not use checkpoints.
And this, I feel, is the most aesthetically pleasing level.
This level, I believe, I don't know if was in the 1.5. I don't think.
Gosh, so those hammers are just falling down on you all the time, huh?
It's supposed to be some sort of wave.
Well, that's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Nice. And that nice parallax scrolling too, with the water in the background. Really cool effect. It really makes it look like a big sea back there. Love the aesthetics in this. Hey, real quick, we've got $10.69 from White Moth, Keeper of Remy. Someone had to fix the meme numbers. Thanks to everyone who put this event on and everyone who came out to support.
I like how on the last level of the main levels of the game, he gives you a tutorial on how to fly. I mean, we're almost completely done, and we finally learned how to fly.
I hate Cape. I hate this level. And I don't know. This is the kind of level you put in your head just for the sake of making a Cape level, but it's not something I'm proud of.
So this has some non-vanilla ASM on the Cape. It does not have the turnaround patch, but it makes it impossible to go too slow. Like, I can't slow down anymore, so I'm not going to fly backwards at all, which is quite useful.
I use it a lot of slow. I'm a slow flyer, and I don't like going so fast. I prefer to go slow. But catching zero speed or negative speed is pretty kind of dumb. So you can never get zero speed or even go backwards. I haven't patched the spin thing, but it's not really used here. So there is only this slow. It would be useful here.
Yo, really nice recovery against the wall there, Logic, even saving yourself from a couple of bad turnarounds.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about the ASM for this, is normally you can't pump against the wall. But since the game always thinks you have a 1 speed, you can just pump anywhere you want, really.
Yeah. Really clever quality of life improvements to this game. I actually didn't know that little fixes like that got made. Oh, hey, that you're a super player. All right.
Copy.
With a question mark.
But yeah, the only problem with that is if you turn around while you're flying forward, it kills your speed 100% all the way down to 1, no matter which way you end up turning. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, and we missed that yum, so I'm crying on the inside. But yeah, we're now going back to the Yoshi's house level, which contains the final level of the game. If we were to went in here earlier, we would have seen 2 black blocks on top of this pipe, but that P-switch deleted them. So now we can go beat the Devil's Friends.
This level, I don't remember. I don't think I put checkpoints in these rooms.
Nope, this is no checkpoints. Except at the beginning.
It was supposed to be a 5-room, not castle, but a 5-room level. One screen stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say this reminds me of Claustrophobia. Your hack of 1-screen rooms.
I had so much fun making this level. So I started Claustrophobia just after I made this level.
Yeah, really, I've always really liked the 1 screen. It's really cool how much you can fit into 1 screen.
Yes. So shout out to Link that was inspired by that terrible level from Penga World, the House of Foss. Fuck that shit. So.
Oof, that long fall onto the spikes if you mess it up. Oh, man.
And time. So, unfortunately, that is not an all exits world record, but we did get the 80%.
How close did you get?
About a minute 20 seconds.
Wow, that's great though. Hey, we got 2 world records here at Hack Attack. The Sapphire and now any percent Joy of Kaizo. Nice job, Logic. That was really good, man, and great hack
Thank
too. Is there any shout outs or anything you'd like to say or give? Now's your time. We got plenty of time on the schedule. We take a quick peek over here. Oh yeah, we're doing great.
So the only shout outs I really want to give is shout outs to Little Kaizos, a small streamer Kaizo community. And yeah, thanks to Naro for making this. And that's pretty much it.
Well, cool. Congratulations on your world record. That was really, really fun. Thank you so much. Keep those donations coming in, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Maybe we could get over 5K. I don't know, but I know people don't want to screw up the memes, but we can always get more memes. We're at $4,730.69, and coming up,
we could always get to $6,900.
We could. We have our goal set at 69.69, but you guys have already been super, super generous, and we really appreciate everything that you've donated already. Coming up next, we have the Girls of Kaizo blind race, featuring 4 racers and some fresh levels that were submitted just for this marathon. We are a bit ahead of schedule right now, especially because of the speediness going on. So we're going to take a quick break, and we may have a little bit of filler content. We have a couple of things that we can show, but we're going to see about that. We're going to come back. We're going to do something else. We got more Hack Attack for you. Girls of Kaizo Blind Race, Invictus, Quickie World Block, Takumi, and Legend of Zelda 2 all coming up. Yeah, we are about 40 minutes ahead at this time. So we will be back, not in 40 minutes, probably sooner than that. Grab a snack, cook some pizzas, and we'll be back here on Hack Attack. Thanks for watching, everybody.